come in for the scry today. Let's see what the shapes and symbols have to say. Hello, old souls, fellow empaths, seers, and psychonauts. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat, pull up a chair. We're going to utilize the scrolls, scrying for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on some Tarot and Oracle in the Shaman's Palm layout. And we also have Ghost Tube kick in for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our abstract and ancient auric adventures. Overall, pleased to receive or release freely. If you are new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. Why? And as well, I want to take a moment just to say thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and your views, as your attention, your presence, and perspective is powerful. So gratitude galore. All right. On to the show. You know me, I got the misfit scrolls. There's no rhyme or reason. They're all different ages. I love it. I hope you're doing well whenever you find this message. If you're opening up with me, taking a nice deep breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of fellow old souls, empaths, seers, seekers, and psychonauts, thank you for being our muse, and may we all meet a message with meaning. All right. Squeeze me. Oh, there we go. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below it, as your insights do expand the iScry experience, and we all become the oracles and the readers and the reflectors, so it's fantastic. You can drop an emoji, give a girl a like, whatever feels good to you.
I'm stuck.
Okay. See, but I see a growing up and down and side to side. Active, passive, like a ladder. The two of them work together, but there's something in between. This has a very specific feel to it, and I'm trying to decide how I'm going to communicate or open to communication. Because it's like a stamp. But the stamp is like concrete, like a carving. There is a being right here between these eyes. And we'll use the blur to our advantage.
Immune.
If these, right, there's a person right there. And they're connecting. Like right in the crease of the eyes. What is that? Is that a stapler or a single hole punch? Three or single hole punch? Vice grips.
Drowned.
There's lots of, I'm in here. I'm under the water. I was trying to decide if I feel more empathically speaking just because we're here for, empaths, seers, and psychonauts, but by all means, old souls, we always allow spirit to step in if need be from the afterlife. I'm under the water. There's actually others under the water, but there's at least another under the water. If there was a drowning or something like that, I have found another. Definitely not alone. Oh, okay. I see you as well.
Attic.
What is that? It was a while ago. The lone wolf empath, if that makes sense. And I believe, because somebody here, if you feel free to link it below if you remember, there's something about the lone wolf empath. I also have nunchucks with me, but these nunchucks turn into exclamation marks. It's almost like somebody's not expecting something of me, or like it's like harnessing the skill on different levels. While it may start wherever your like empathy, gift, skill, your tunage, you know what I mean? Like just your tunage. It actually works on all levels.
Greetings.
Greetings, hello. And this is with help from the psychonautic kind of astronaut. These are very seer seekers to me. Oh, there's a very old being over there.
Touch.
They're tall and long and lanky. I'm walking here. Kind of feels zigzaggy. But here's the thing, even in a zigzag, there's always these points.
Can you hear it?
Something about tulips as well. Tulips. Lemon. Lemon and lime. Lemon and lime. I keep walking here. Oh, and I'm seeing, that's so fun. You know, I love me when Beetlejuice comes through. The skirt is just like Lydia from when she's in the school. The school for all girls or something like that, maybe. Could be a feminine energy here. And here's the thing, I feel like I thought I was walking towards it because originally I was when I stepped in, and now I'm seeing her walk away. I've made peace with something. I've made peace with something. Okay, the dark crystal, the dark castle.
Shaman.
I've already walked a path to this. I'm going to call it also a tower. It's a tulip tower. And whatever learnings, teachings from that, it's like, and now you can't stay. Like you go to college, or you go here and you learn, and then you go and you do, and you put it into motion in all areas. And it helps something grow, but it's from an old energy. Like, I don't even know how to explain this. And give me a moment, see if I can get my bearings. When water was born and exudes like a steam, but it's invisible within the water of oneself. When water was born to move through a person's channels, to coalesce and communicate. The path of the lone wolf empath feels the veins of the earth within and is carried through the curses and the blessings. The stepping forward to the growth of the seasons may be indicative of tulips or the spring. There's something about being showered in this with new rain, new water, not necessarily physical water, and though I'm, thank you, appreciative of the physical symbol for me to attach to. When water was born, you were born. And this is what connects to the oldest part of the element. While fresh rain and water always falls to nourish the old soul of this element. And the new becomes the old, and the old is reborn in the youth. And I live on. There might be some empaths that are feeling, in whatever regards this, maybe which direction, active or passive, curse or blessing. I come back to the zigzag. I feel like I actually cover a lot more ground than I realize. I cover a lot more ground than I realize. I'm picky, and I feel like that's a wisdom to be picky. Not rigid, or I'm hearing the word feverish in the way the frequencies move, because I'm within all of them. It's like this is the fluid that moves through all of the energy centers. It's closest akin to water, but it's not only of that water, because there's also something about, and it feels more psychonauty, just using our terms that we use here, but please insert, receive, or release freely however this might apply to you and your channel's personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic, the yada yada yadas. And I move through them more so with water, and other times in the psychonauty it's like an air, but it's like an ethereal air. It's an ethereal air. I'm being shown the physical element as but almost a youthful representation of the energy. It is but the surface symbol, and there is so much more to discover, perhaps in the feminine energy. Of oneself, or of north, south, east, west, plus, minus, this, that, or the other. This masculine energy, I'm seeing scissors, not like Edward Scissorhands. These are shears, cutting shears, not just scissors, shears. Something about Atlantis just popped in as well. Let's get a card for the old souls and see what's well, here in the mid palm. Did I say that? Atlantis? Like, look at this. Up to this. Purple hearts as well. There might be veterans around, and veteran souls. Yeah, it's right up in here. Don't run from the darkness. Embrace your shadow side. Card 28. What aspect of yourself have you been afraid to look at and address? And maybe this is in the Lydia, but I got a note like it was taking me up here to that purple heart with the blue, like the third eye and the crown. Like taking that artistry, if anything's standing out. But see, it all starts. It starts in the dark. It sprouts. Okay. Let's add on some shaman cards as well. See if anything else stands out. Thank you so much. If I didn't say so already, if you're still here, for like, sharing, and subscribing as well. We will flip these scrolls and head over to the extended or the flip side. If you were part of the second tier Secreteur Society or the new third tier Super Secret, which we will start doing monthly live just to chat and form deeper connections, and as well have access to some upcoming, maybe, like, anyway, sounds funny. Anyway, I love you. Okay.
What date is it?
I don't know. I think we're in April sometime. April 20 something or other. Like, there's a gravitational pull to this point. Spirit of family is in the cave of ice. Oh, they're even like kind of like blue, and it is very empathic today. Very empathy energy. Maybe there's just a lot of empaths incarnating as well. Heightened, 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 heightened.
Bruce.
Hi, Bruce, or hi, Bruce. And then I want to come into, like, even with the lone wolf empath. I might have more of a kinship with animals, yetis, mythological symbols, energies to help me know that I'm not alone, to remind me that I'm not alone on the lone path. Not alone on the lone path.
Smile.
Hunter of dreams in the cave of winds, of the mind, of the air. And I hear so much in here. It's in here. It's like I'm walking through here. It's like this leads here, leads here. Smooth mountains, which I'm really walking on the back of dragons type thing. And I don't even know it. I just think it's rock. I think it's the mineral realm, the plant realm.
Strange.
The realms, the dimensional realms, walking through different dimensional realms. I just got like this weird feeling in my belly. It's like the feeling I most resonate with it is like not overly enjoying heights, or at least there's a physical sensation, like even if I'm seeing it on TV and like somebody's at the edge of their like balcony on an apartment building or something like that. But so put yourself there if you'd like to imagine with me, and you're looking over the ledge. But here's the thing, it's so that moment's like my stomach dropped, because what I was coming into was feeling this big. So imagine if you know, 5-6 feet tall, whatever the average human is, standing on top of the building, and where your eyes are, but you're actually now the building. What is the stamp? It's a part of a circuitry. Like the stamp is part of a circuitry of some sort. Dancer of lies coming in the cave of hearth fires. What's dispersing? Oh, it's the Edward Scissorhands, the shears. Shoe, shears. Shoe or you get sheared. Shoe or you get sheared. Something in the heart space as well. Maybe the purple heart. There could be, I feel like it's a little bit of a, you know what I'm going to say? The curse and the blessing kind of aspect of all of this is, I feel like sometimes when if you're tuning into or enhancing your empathic abilities, whatever the case is, maybe sometimes others feel
Portrait.
like, how do I say that? I know in the most simplest way it's empathically speaking, or that electrolysis or something, that word's coming through. And you can feel, right, residually or in real time, the energies of different people, places, or things. But you said portrait, and that's a really good thing, because it's like looking at that portrait of that person, whether they're in real life or the building, this, that, or the other. And if I feel like, I'm not saying it's a lie in a malicious way, maybe it's like surface lies as well, of stories that have been told, because I'm seeing textbooks of telling what was told from very specific I don't know, words chosen, but something feels off about it, and that can feel a little cursy when you kind of feel like something's off, because if you say anything, you might be like cursed by them. You know what I mean? Like, how dare you? How dare you say? But so you don't say. Because sometimes that's the wisest thing to do in the silence.
Beside you.
But it's still important to cut something off. Shaman of courage in the cave of rivers. The courage to feel it, know it, and trust it, or fine-tune the trusting of it.
Be quiet.
Know when to be quiet. Because it really is a blessing. It's like a blessing in disguise, but so is the curse. The curse of it. Move it through the channels. Move it through the channels. Cave of earth is spirit of challenge. And maybe this is the challenge of this conduit kind of feel. It's okay not to know. It's okay not to know. It's like these will straighten out. It's actually reminding me, Hunter of Abundance is on the bottom. Like one of those squiggly like stands where you can move it all around to like change. I don't have one here. Like that. And then it, when you, like an old TV tuner, the rabbit ears, it's like, oh, or trying to get a radio station. It's like, stop right there.
Kevin.
Right there. And you got to be willing to kind of go through what feels like a discombobulation, but like those rabbit ears, you're like, there it is. Okay. And then it straightens out and you meet the challenge. And it's not because it straightens out. It's the signal. It's the signal that straightens out, not the thing.
Attic.
The thing needs to be flexible. Person, place, or thing. The energy needs to be flexible. Okay, thank you. Again, it's like the passive and active. And if I keep following this,
Float.
tulip tower or tulip space, I'm actually, there's a face with, look how big this face is. I am being observed and watched, if I may, perhaps from the dark side, but that's the lone wolf path, or the lone, whatever it is. I can't remember what it said, but I'm being observed by, I'm going to say it in the most cheesy way, a greater power, but that power is of me, but it's like I can't quite perceive it because it makes me feel nauseated, like I'm on the building. But it's like you have peaks of it, you have moments of it, you dream of it, you get abundance of ideas. You also, it's like being what is the true seeker, sayer, whatever the case is. You see, very seer style seeker. Seek and you shall find means you see the lies, the lies and truths. And I mean that when someone holds a truth, you know, even if it's different than yours, even if it's not what aligns with you or what you know to be true, you, I, we, me, but you know when they feel it fully. There's something when somebody feels that fully with a gentleness. And then there's like offense, defense happening in here. I like the gentleness. It you know, it just really helps you appreciate the journey of it. Okay. Dream Warrior card, and then I will flip it and see you on the flip side if you are joining us, but no pressure. Any of the artistry standing out, please receive. Like, I want to plop that card in there. Actually, I would like to plop it right in here. And there. I saw that owl earlier. I just didn't speak to it. I want to put her face in there. It's okay not to know. 40. Hayaka, Sorceress of Light. The divine feminine, which has been here the whole time. The divine feminine presence. I need my glasses. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry. Not sorry. The divine feminine presence within joyfully lifts the veil of darkness that have caused doubt, fear, and confusion in your mind. She dances, emanating light as you breathe. Let her movement within recalibrate your state of being to peace and gratitude. Sense your freedom to choose happiness in this moment. The divine feminine and your capacity to choose are your sacred power sources. With such protective power, nothing shall thwart your progress. Become spiritually bolder in the face of anything that attempts to diminish you. You shall fulfill your destiny with joy in your heart and laughter in your belly. The thing I want to say is, and I heard it, I'm not going to say it's the truth, but a truth to consider. It was about happiness, and forgive me, I cannot remember how or who I heard it from. Happiness is not a substance, and it's not within a substance.
Follow me.
Pleasure is. And maybe sometimes we associate happiness and pleasure together. And so we seek in the pleasure-pain kind of matrix or polarities when happiness is not in a substance. It's a state. Maybe I butchered that. Anywho, I love you. I will see you on the flip side if you're joining us. Link is in the description box if I remember the comment section. If not, old souls, I will see you next week. So much love.